What's up, everybody? I'm Steven, and this is Brittany, and this is Are You Lethal?
Welcome everybody to the show that reminds you that there's something redeemable about the internet.
Well, besides watching adorable kittens play the keyboard and dance and sneeze and...
Right. Because nothing says wise life choices like giggling at hamsters on your computer.
YouTube, you complete me.
So as you know, Are You Lethal is all about sharing the ways that we can make our roads less deadly for us, the millions of teens behind the wheel of a car every day.
Yeah, and today we want to talk to you about what people refer to as being intoxicated.
Really?
Well, it's just texting and driving, essentially looking away from the road to respond to a text.
Not only is this practice the leading killer of teens in America, it's something that we've all done at one point.
It actually started to become a habit of mine. I even thought I was pretty good at it.
Which is why I sent Steven on assignment to show how taking your eyes off the road to text can be painful, especially when you're sharing the road with something a bit bigger than you.
Hey guys, just skating here at my local skating rink, and Brittany said she had some kind of experiment set up, but I don't really know what's going on. You know, that's the thing about Brittany. You never really know what she's got planned. She's always doing... Hold on, guys. Oh, Sandra, you're so... This guy's so funny. Oh. Whoa. Oh. All right. Oh.
Whoa! Painful.
Pretty much. I basically came away from that experience not texting and driving for two reasons. It was a painful lesson in distracted driving, and I've lost some of my finer motor skills.
Nice. So if Steven's sacrificing his body
And some dignity.
wasn't enough, we sent Steven down to the local emergency room to talk to some doctors and nurses who deal with the aftermath of these collisions every day.
Car collisions are the #1 cause of injury in teens.
Hands down, the most common reason is distracted driving.
If they just were paying attention, weren't distracted, they would never be here.
They hit the steering wheel going 60 miles an hour. Their organs then hit the inside of their chest wall.
Their organs are basically ripped away from the blood supply and people just bleed internally.
Their brain then slams up against the inside of their skull and causing bleeding in the brain.
Broken ribs.
Broken backs.
Head trauma, neck trauma, chest trauma, abdominal and pelvic trauma.
They can lacerate their spleen, their liver.
Some spinal injuries that are just devastating.
They immobilize them completely. They put a collar around their neck.
Typically come in on a backboard.
Basically, they're tied down so they can't move at all.
There'll be a trauma team here to greet them.
X-ray, CT ready to go.
Put lines in them for intravenous fluids and medications.
Big lines, you know, big 18 gauge needles.
Tubes to help them urinate. We'll put tubes in their chest, tubes in their stomach to drain blood collections.
We need to maintain their airway first and foremost, so we're putting tubes in their nose or down their throat to make sure that we're maintaining their airway.
Respiratory therapists, pharmacy, a number of nurses, technicians, doctors, all in the room.
Drawing blood, preparing to do blood transfusions.
They're terrified. You know, they've just been in a very traumatic event, and then they have all these people around them, all, you know, coming down on them all at once, and it can be very, very scary. They can die, they can bleed to death in a matter of seconds.
There's nothing tougher than having to go in and tell a parent that their child has passed away.
I cannot even imagine.
Nobody ever thinks that their children are going to die first.
One minute they're having the time of their lives with all their friends, and, you know, one little mistake can change their lives forever.
That was intense.
Yeah, And as medical professionals, I knew they had to keep an emotional distance from it all. But you can tell that seeing a teenager lose their life on an operating table affects them.
All right, it's time to hear from you. Let's get a little feedback. Maddie in San Diego writes, "Hey Steven and Brittany, how do I tell my friend that he needs to put his phone down while driving? He freaks me out because he always has to slam on the brakes at the last minute. Thanks, Maddie."
Maddie, meet me at camera 3. Your friend enjoys living life on the edge, while you just enjoy living. So let him know that if you ride with him, his phone rides in the glove compartment. End of story. If he says no, you find a different ride. And start writing that speech for his funeral.
Sobering, but effective. And I have a question.
Yeah?
Do you really keep gloves in your glove compartment?
Oh, I'm sorry. Should I call it a chocolate compartment like your car?
Better.
Anyway, share this with your friends, family, loved ones, and enemies. And remember to send us some feedback. Feedback at areyoulethal.com. Until next time, don't forget to ask yourself,
Are you lethal?
But you can tell that seeing a teenager lose their life on an operating table, it affects them.
Anytime.
Oh, come on, rookie! I just nailed like 10 hours of... You couldn't do one line? Yeah, and Gibraltar.